Okay, so it's currently Monday, which is kind of like our Sunday. So here I am back in my office, and I tend to do this like on the weekends. I always kind of go over like what happened last week, what I traded, what I made, what I didn't make, what I lost. Anyhow, but I'm not going to talk about none of that today. I think it's kind of important. I had a friend of mine that was, you're going to come across it when if you already do invest or if you're going to start investing, you're going to have those friends and those people that like, hey man, can you put me on something? Can you set me up? Can you do this for me? Absolutely. Like I don't mind at all. I love to see people go forward and do better in life, especially like my son's friends or you know friends of mine that want to do better for their kids and their future. So I think it's important to be able to give good guidance. I guess it's kind of hard sometimes because you want to tell them to do everything that you're doing, but you gotta remember that when you've been doing it for a little bit of time, it is complex and it's confusing. And investing and trading, like for me, there's been moments where I've just been so overwhelmed by the markets, like not knowing what to buy, when to buy it, take a loss, hold it. What app do I use? What platform do I use? You know, there's so many things out there right now than what used to be. So I was gonna break it down, kind of give a real quick guidance of like how I have been showing my son and how he shows his friends. Of course, it's not financial advice, nor will it never be. Investing is risky, and move with extreme caution. Okay, know when to and when not to. With that being said, now you're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna be like, they might not agree with it. They're gonna be like, no, Robinhood sucks. A lot of people say that. I hear a lot of people are like, you use Robinhood? Yeah, I do. I use Robinhood. I also use Schwab. I also have Fidelity. I also have Webull. If you're in the markets, more often than not, people that are investing in the markets have multiple brokerages with multiple companies. Like you might want to start a position in this one and then start a position in that one, trade differently in this one. Because when you're in the markets and you're in the investment field, not that I'm an investor, financial advisor, excuse me, by no means, but I am in the markets daily, every single day. Whether it be buying a few shares, whether it be trading a few shares, whether it be swing trading a few shares, whether it be adding to my long term of some sort, I'm in the markets every single day. I don't always look at all my portfolios every single day, but the majority of it, yes. And that's just comes with responsibility. So I learned a long time ago that I was never going to save my way to freedom. It's just it's a known fact. Some people may, if you have enough discipline, sure, you can save your way to freedom. I mean, what's the average saving account get? Like 2%? 0.002%? I mean, we're gonna get $5 on $1,000 bucks. I'm not mathing that right. I'm sure you get the idea. So what I like to do is I break it down really simple for anybody that tells me or asks me. First of all, I'm not going to do it for you and help you do anything. As I same with my son, I'm not gonna help him do it or make him do it. I just show him and guide him like this is what you need to do. I've told him like before you even think about it, you need to have 500 bucks because in my opinion, $20 and you're gonna see those videos like I've been watching them here lately. $20, invest $20 today, you're gonna be a millionaire in 365 days. Okay, if it was that easy, don't you think everybody would do it? Ask yourself that question. If it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. That's just the facts of life. So, in my personal opinion, I think you need to start off with $500 to really set up an account to have a little bit of value come back to you in a small period. Now, not that you can't buy into it with $50 or $75 or whatever it is you have. That's just my opinion. Okay, take it as you may. So, what I always do is I always tell, as I tell my son, and it's not financial advice, it's just my opinion. I think it's smart. And as I started off with Fidelity. That's where I have now my Fidelity. It's It's a little complex. Okay. That's where I manage my Roth. Okay. I don't never take nothing from it ever. I just max it out every year after year. Just max it out. And I would never touch that. God willing that everything goes as planned. I don't ever have to take that hit. Um, but that's my Fidelity, that's my Roth, and I just have money going to it every single month. Some people will put money into it right off they just chunk it out, $7,000, $7,500, 5,000, whatever it is. I like to just gradually push it into there month after month after month as you can afford it. Now, if you tell yourself like, oh, I can afford $7,000 a year, $7,500 a year, 5,000, whatever it is, you think that big number is, that's a lot of money for most people. That's a lot. It's a lot of money to me. It's a lot of money. But that doesn't mean you have to put that much money in there. See, people like, I'm not going to open a Roth IRA because I don't have $7,000 to put in every single year. That's okay. If you have $75 to put in every single year, do that for 20 years consistently. Before you know, you'll be putting 150. You'll be putting $700, putting $1,700, be $2,700. You get the idea. It's about discipline, and you have to cut out things in your life to make your life better for the future. So for me, I got to a point a few years ago where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a 4-year track. And of course, I was younger. And the same thing I tell my son and I tell his friends is, especially if you're in your teens or you're in your early 20s, give yourself a 4-year track. Think about like high school. So for those 4 years, everything you do in those 4 years will dictate how you live for the next 40 years of your life. And that really kind of hit kind of hard when I first started thinking about that, a while back. So then you get to the point where like, okay, I'm gonna do this again 4 more years, and before you know it, it's just natural, right? You've cut out your expensive coffees you're buying, you've cut out all the extra expenses that you're going out and buying too much, over consuming. Maybe stop eating out. I mean, stop eating out one time a week these days. That's $50 a week. I don't know about you, but my family of five, it's $200 we got somewhere. I mean, we don't eat out fast food and like McDonald's and all that. We like to go sit down. If we're gonna go out, we go out. But we've cut all that out. We cut all that out. We eat at home. Eat at home. Most people that have money and most people that are investing, most people that are saving, they're not out here spending their money every single night eating out. Anyways, I could really get into a rant, but don't buy Starbucks. Make coffee at home. So when you do get Starbucks, I'm not saying I never get Starbucks. Of course I do. I am still a consumer, but I'm not getting it every single day on my way to work. I'm not getting it every single time I pass a Starbucks. I'm just going to go out here and get a freaking coffee for $8, $9, $4, $5. This cost me 17 cents to make it at home. And I know how much it cost me to make it at home because when I look at something, every time I look at something, it's like, wow, that's $17. That's 35, 40, 50. For it's like that's $1,200 a year. If you were to break something down, what you buy every single day, look at it. Stop looking at what it costs you for the day. Look at what it's going to cost you for the year. I guarantee you that number is going to make you throw up in your mouth just a little bit. And you're going to say, you know what? I can absolutely cut back a little bit. You need to cut back. Like that's where I started. I had to cut back. So anyhow, I know I'm rambling. These are just some of the things that I just tell myself. And like sometimes maybe you're that one person. If this video reaches one person, that's all I care about. I really just want to help people and help show them that they can do better. The world can be better, but it starts with you in your own home. You have to do better for yourself in your own home. You can only take care of you. No one's going to do it for you. So it starts now. Like it starts yesterday. You can't wait till tomorrow. So I always suggest anybody that asks me, my friends, they're like, well, where would I get started? For me, there's 3. Okay. And I don't think you go out and just open up 3 accounts, 3 brokerages. That's insane because you will overwhelm yourself. You're going to burn out. You're not going to have enough money to put into 3 of them. And you're going to be like, I can't do this. And you're going to quit. Okay. So I had a friend that got into it before and he's already like, I'm done. I quit. It's not for me. It is not for everybody. It's not. But so for me, I think Robinhood is the number one best platform to start off on. It's easy to manage, it's easy to use, it's easy to set up. I mean, you just put some money into it, you buy the positions, You can do it right off your phone. Sometimes the app gets a little kind of squirmy and, sure, but so is everything in life. Everything's going to have a bug. Nothing's going to work perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. Okay. So we have to accept that and just know that. But for me, Robinhood was by far the easiest to kind of get started with. And they've been around for a long time and they're not going nowhere. Like they're not going nowhere. They're going to be around. And it's a great company. I mean, their stock is, I'm not going to get into that. Okay. This is not that. But they got a strong stock. Some will say and argue that it's overvalued. I personally think that it's a strong company to do trading with. I do have a Robinhood account and I will always have a Robinhood account on top of all my other ones. So Fidelity's my Roth. My Robinhood, I like to swing trade. I don't really like it for day trading so much. It's you lose money if you day trade unless you're really watching it and you're really paying attention and on the phone, like because you gotta slide up. And if you start doing this, you'll understand. You gotta slide this little thing, and you can like now you can go to the advanced trading and you can click buy and sell market value, but it's still it lags. It lags. So when I'm at home, which I only like to day trade at home, don't get in the habit of doing this out and about, shopping, going anywhere because it's that's dangerous. It's just dangerous. Some people will. They'd be like, yeah, sure. But if you're moving big positions, bad idea, in my opinion. That's why I like Webull because Webull has what they call hotkeys, so I can set my hotkeys up. So I'm a hotkey, my hotkey one, hotkey two, hotkey three, and like a hotkey for number four. I have four of them, and for me, it's like 50 shares, 100 shares, 200 shares, 500 shares, and then I have a sell. I sell half my position, another hotkey for sell the entire position. Some people will break that down. You can do, and you can break that however you want to 10 shares, 5 shares, 25 shares, 35 shares. That way you're getting in and out. So I'm just like, boom, hit my hotkey, bang, sell, bang, buy, bang, sell. And you're in and out. You're quick. And it's like instantaneous. So you could even have settings where you could buy 10 cents or 5 cents above the ask or sell 5 below the ask. That way, when you have a runner you're getting in and out on real quick, you're guaranteed to get your position filled. Because if you don't, sometimes they don't get filled, and that can lead you to chasing even higher because you get that FOMO. You don't want to miss out on it. The moment I don't get filled on something, I stop. Because if I catch myself getting filled, then I'm trying to buy higher. I reposition, I'm trying to buy higher. I'm not trying to buy a top. So for me, I've had some life lessons where I was day trading so much, I mean, more than I probably should have, and I've lost plenty of money. I've made plenty of money, but I just think about the headache. I really like to swing trading is probably like my favorite thing to do. It's way less stressful. You buy a position, you buy 10 shares, you buy 100 shares, you buy 1,000 shares, and you just sit on it for a week, maybe 3, 4, 5 days, maybe 2 months. It just depends on the company, depends on what you're looking to get out of it, depends on how much money you've got in it. And you can just buy strong valued companies that have good evaluations. The company does good, their balance sheets look good, they have growth coming, people are buying into them. It's not being scalped, it's not, they don't have dilution issues. So a lot of things that matter. Um, and then my other one I like to do is my Schwab. So my Schwab, I literally only swing trade stuff out of it. I would never day trade in it. It's definitely complex. It's a little bit difficult to navigate through and set up. There's some of the stocks that are on Webull and Robinhood. They're just not allowed to be on Schwab. Well, not that they're Schwab just doesn't have them available on Schwab. So, but again, I'm not buying none of those junk penny stocks on Schwab. I don't really buy much of them to begin with. But it depends on how you say penny stocks. So when I say penny stocks, a lot of people they think penny stocks, they think anything that's under $1. But technically, a penny stock could be $5, $8, $10 and under. For a quote unquote penny stock. So it just depends on the company if you classify them as a penny stock or not a penny stock. So that's my breakdown. I like Robinhood. I like Webull. I like my Schwab. My Fidelity I don't touch. I just manage. I add that into it. I only put money in there that's for my retirement period, just Roth IRA stuff. That's it. Schwab, I swing trade out of it. I buy something. I might not sell it for 3 months, maybe 5 months. Maybe I have some positions I'm holding for an entire year. My Webull, I only day trade. I hold nothing in there. When I close my positions in there each day, I have zero positions at all. Nothing, right? Um, and whether it's a loss or I'm not gonna be like, oh, I might get this. This is gonna go up 10% more tomorrow. I don't care. Nope. So when I come up to the next day, whether if you have a funded account, if you have to wait for your money to settle. So I have my accounts are funded. So meaning I have enough money in there I can trade. My money comes back to me available right there and there. That doesn't mean that you should still hold. It doesn't, have discipline and stick to your game plan, right? So I think it's important to find a structure, what works best for you. So my son's his is not funded. Like he has to wait for his money to settle the next day before he can trade. So he makes sure definitely sells all his positions in the Webull. So tomorrow he can trade again. We're not gonna swing trade. If you're gonna buy something into a company, you think, okay, this could be something really good. That's where you do your Schwab or you buy into Robinhood. So Robinhood, I like to buy things. I will buy into something and sell it the same day in Robinhood. It's just kind of rare anymore because there's sometimes I'll buy into something, it might pop 25-30%. I mean, I'm gonna take my profit. I'm definitely selling that. When I start getting some 10, 12, 13, 15%, man, it questions a lot of things. Like, oh, okay, I think I'm taking my profit because I know that I'm not holding this long term. My Robinhood, I have Schwab. So if I find a company that I really like, I'm gonna buy Schwab and I'm gonna trade it in Robinhood. So for example, this is one company. For example, is APLD. APLD is something that I was buying that. Well, first of all, I was buying when it was like $6, maybe $7 a share, and then it kind of hit this. It just plummeted last December, last Christmas time, roughly, and it got down to like the fours. So I was buying it up. I bought. I was buying it up, and then it hit like $12, $13 a share, and I was like, oh my gosh. So what do you think I did? I sold it all, took my profits. I was like, yeah, man. I was like that. I think that was a great trade, you know, and sure enough, man, that thing just shot, hit right through the 20s, broke into the 30s. I can't remember. It might have actually touched 40. I can't remember, but I bought some when it was in like the mid 20s in my Schwab, and I've just been kind of holding it. It came back down a little bit, I think into the teens again. I've been buying onto it. So I think right now it's holding into like the low 30s. It might have hit 28. It's in the low 30s, I think, right now. It's just holding pretty strong in the low 30s. It's been popping between like 31 and 38, right? It's just fluctuating. I did a few swing trades on it in my Robinhood, made a little bit of money off of it. But anyhow, I've been adding it to my Schwab because that's one stock that I think is going to hit $75 probably by the end of this year, in my personal opinion. So anyhow, I hope this helped, guys. I will tell you on the background here, this is our Patreon we have. It's like $1 a month. I think we're all going to be going to like $2 a month, I think, basically because we have to, because it's like the profit and what they take from it. I'm just trying to make it where it's a break even. Maybe we make a little bit of money off it for our time. Now in here, we do post, you can see these are our picks. So these are some of the things that we've been buying. Like this stuff I've actually bought. Some of the times I tell you, okay, I bought so many shares. I bought this many shares. Sometimes I come back and if I sold it. Sometimes I don't say if I sell it or don't, right? So I've been trying to get better about that. But these are actual ones that we have bought. And whether we're holding it or selling it, whatever it may be, right? And then you also see these are ones we're just watching. So it's just a watch list, right? And you can kind of see those stuff like Business Corner. So we do currently run a family business. Yes, it is a 7-figure family business. We do pretty well. And this is just basically what we do in our business. So kind of tells you some tips and tricks. And then our weekly newsletter, which we do that as well. So hope this helps. Check us out. Give us a follow. Maybe join our Patreon. It's $1 a month. I mean, literally, where can you go wrong?